From the heart of ancient myth emerges a hero whose destiny was intricately woven by the fates themselves, a saga echoing across the ages. His name was Perseus, son of Zeus, a figure etched into the very fabric of Greek mythology, born under a shadow of impending doom. King Acrisius of Argos, his earthly grandfather, received a terrifying oracle, foretelling that his own grandson would become the instrument of his death. Desperate to defy this grim prophecy, Acrisius imprisoned his beautiful daughter, Danae, within a formidable bronze tower, sealed away from all men. Yet mighty Zeus, king of the Olympians, captivated by her secluded beauty, descended as a shower of glittering gold, breaching the tower's defenses. Thus, Perseus, a divine demigod, was conceived and then born within the sunless confines of her prison, a secret briefly held from his anxious grandfather. Acrisius, discovering the infant's existence, still feared the prophecy's chilling fulfillment, unable to directly spill his own daughter's and grandson's blood. Instead, he sealed Danae and her innocent child within a great wooden chest, casting them adrift upon the vast, merciless, unpredictable waves of the Aegean. The gods, witnessing this cruel act, guided the chest safely to the shores of Seriphos, an unassuming island far from Argos's reach. There, a kind fisherman named Dictys, brother to the island ruler, found the floating chest and gently rescued the beleaguered mother and child. Dictys provided them sanctuary and a loving home, raising young Perseus as his own, unaware of the boy's Olympian heritage and fated path. Years passed, and Perseus grew into a strong, courageous youth, demonstrating remarkable skill and valor in all his endeavors, a true hero in the making. However, Dictys' brother, Polydectes, the island's ruthless king, harbored a wicked desire for Danae, seeing Perseus as an unwelcome obstacle. Polydectes plotted to eliminate the young hero, devising a treacherous scheme to send Perseus on an impossible and deadly quest, ensuring his demise. He announced a grand feast, demanding horses as gifts from all his subjects, knowing Perseus possessed no such opulent offering for the monarch. Ashamed of his poverty, Perseus rashly declared he would bring the king anything, even the horrifying head of the monstrous Gorgon Medusa, as a suitable gift. Polydectes, delighted by this foolish boast, immediately seized upon the opportunity, ordering Perseus to fulfill his perilous, self-imposed undertaking. Perseus, now bound by his word, faced an impossible task, for Medusa's gaze could instantly turn any living creature into solid, lifeless stone. Yet, the Olympian gods, recognizing his noble spirit and divine lineage, decided to intervene, offering their powerful aid and indispensable guidance. Mighty Hermes, messenger of the gods, presented Perseus with an adamantine sickle, a weapon forged to sever even the toughest, most ancient flesh. Wise Athena, goddess of war and strategy, gave him a highly polished shield, a reflective surface to confront Medusa indirectly and safely. They instructed him to seek out the Graeae, 3 ancient hags who shared but a single eye and one tooth, guardians of vital, obscure knowledge. Perseus journeyed to the desolate, wind-swept land of the Graeae, a place veiled in perpetual twilight, reaching the very edge of the known world. As they passed their shared eye from one sister to another, Perseus deftly snatched it, rendering them temporarily blind and utterly helpless. He refused to return their precious eye until they revealed the precise location of the nymphs of the north, who possessed essential magical artifacts. The Graeae, desperate to regain their sight, reluctantly divulged the nymph's secret dwelling, allowing Perseus to continue his fated, dangerous journey. The nymphs, understanding his perilous quest, bestowed upon him 3 crucial gifts, tools essential for confronting the dreaded Gorgon queen. First, they gave him the winged sandals of Hermes, allowing him to soar through the skies with astonishing speed and unparalleled agility. Next, they presented him with the cap of invisibility, making him unseen to mortal and immortal eyes alike, a perfect cloak for stealth. Finally, they offered the Pegasus, a magical, expandable pouch specifically designed to safely contain Medusa's severed, petrifying head without harm. Fully armed with divine gifts, Perseus flew towards the desolate island where Medusa and her 2 immortal Gorgon sisters, Stheno and Euryale, resided. The lair was strewn with statues of men and beasts, once living beings, now forever frozen in stone by Medusa's fearsome, deadly gaze. Perseus, guided by Athena's wisdom, used the polished shield as a mirror, observing Medusa's reflection to avoid her direct, petrifying stare. He approached the sleeping Gorgons stealthily, using the cap of invisibility to conceal his presence, moving with utmost care and quiet precision. Identifying Medusa, the only mortal sister, by her distinct serpentine hair, he raised his adamantine sickle high above her monstrous form. With a single, swift, and resolute stroke, Perseus severed Medusa's head, detaching it from her writhing neck, a monstrous trophy secured. From Medusa's blood, 2 magnificent beings sprang forth, the winged horse Pegasus and the giant Chrysaor, son of Poseidon and the Gorgon. Medusa's immortal sisters, Stheno and Euryale, awakened by the commotion, shrieked in fury, attempting to pursue the audacious slayer. However, Perseus, cloaked by his cap of invisibility, swiftly escaped their wrath, soaring away on his winged sandals, Medusa's head secured. On his return journey, flying over the coast of Ethiopia, Perseus discovered a beautiful maiden chained naked to a desolate seaside rock. This was Andromeda, daughter of King Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia, offered as a sacrifice to Cetus, a monstrous sea serpent sent by Poseidon. Cassiopeia had boasted of her beauty, claiming to be fairer than the Nereids, thus incurring the sea god's terrible and vengeful wrath. Perseus, captivated by Andromeda's grace and plight, instantly fell deeply in love, promising to save her if she would become his wife. He bravely confronted Cetus as the monstrous beast emerged from the churning waves, ready to devour the helpless, terrified princess. Perseus engaged the sea monster in a ferocious aerial battle, plunging his divine blade into its scaly hide, eventually slaying the colossal beast. Andromeda was freed, and joy filled the kingdom. A wedding feast was planned to celebrate her miraculous rescue and heroic union. However, at the celebration, Andromeda's uncle, Phineus, to whom she had been previously betrothed, burst in with armed men, claiming her. A fierce battle ensued within the feasting hall, Perseus fighting valiantly against overwhelming numbers, defending his newly won bride. Cornered and outnumbered, Perseus declared that any who were his friends should avert their gaze from his final desperate gambit. He then dramatically unveiled Medusa's head, turning Phineus and his remaining treacherous followers into cold, lifeless stone statues. With Andromeda now safe, Perseus decided to return to Seriphos, accompanied by his beloved wife and his long-suffering mother, Danae. Upon arrival, they found Polydectes still ruthlessly harassing Danae, ruling the island with increased tyranny and oppressive cruelty.
Polydectes, hearing of Perseus's return, mockingly disbelieved his claims of slaying Medusa, demanding to see the Gorgon's head as proof. Perseus strode into the palace hall, confronting the tyrannical king, his face grim with purpose and righteous indignation for his family.
He pulled Medusa's head from the Pegasus, holding it aloft before the astonished Polydectes and his assembled, terrified courtiers. Instantly, the king and all his malevolent followers were petrified, transformed into immobile, silent monuments of their own disbelief and malice. With Polydectes overthrown, Perseus established Dictys, his kind foster father, as the new, just king of Seriphos, ensuring peace. His duties complete on the island, Perseus returned the magical items, the sandals, cap, and Pegasus, to Hermes, who then gave them to the nymphs. He also returned Medusa's head to Athena, who affixed it proudly to her shield, the formidable Aegis, a lasting trophy of his triumph. Now Perseus, Andromeda, and Danae decided to finally return to Argos, the kingdom of his birth, where his prophetic destiny still awaited.
King Acrisius, hearing of Perseus's heroic deeds and approaching return, fled in terror, remembering the dreaded oracle, seeking refuge in Larissa. Unaware of his grandfather's whereabouts, Perseus later participated in athletic games held in Larissa, demonstrating his impressive strength. During the discus throwing competition, a powerful but errant discus flew wildly off course, guided by the unseen hand of inescapable fate. The discus tragically struck an unsuspecting old man in the crowd, instantly killing him, a solemn and shocking accident in the arena. That man, unknowingly, was King Acrisius of Argos, Perseus's grandfather, thus tragically fulfilling the ancient, inescapable prophecy. Perseus was overwhelmed with profound grief, mourning the grandfather he had never truly known, yet whose fate he had unwittingly sealed. Unable to rule Argos directly, having caused his grandfather's death, Perseus exchanged kingdoms with Megapenthes, inheriting Tyrants instead. He later founded the magnificent city of Mycenae, establishing a powerful dynasty that would produce many future heroes, including Heracles. Perseus and Andromeda lived a long, prosperous life, their union blessed with several children, extending their heroic legacy across generations. Upon their deaths, the gods honored Perseus and Andromeda by placing them among the stars, constellations visible in the night sky. His tale reminds us of destiny's unbreakable grip, the divine intervention in mortal affairs, and a hero's unwavering courage in the face of the impossible. So shines the legend of Perseus, the slayer of Medusa, etched forever in the firmament, a timeless testament to human and divine power.